just want to talk about how you could become better, how you could become less fat, more athletic, more energy, and better mood, and all these things. And all that comes down to your nutrition, because what you put in your body will literally affect everything. Good, yeah. So, um, there's a big problem in how people eat these days. They'll eat McDonald's, they eat all these fast food restaurants. They'll go into the store and see, oh, healthy, whatever food, and it's just filled with like a bunch of colorings, artificial colors, and like artificial sugars and whatever. I mean, that could be fine in a limited amount, or all these other snacks, they're fine in a limited amount, but they all end up affecting you in the future and your health and all these things. So they're like, I don't know. Let's say sugar, fats, and salt. Those are three things that will trigger like high dopamine, and that's what will cause an addiction in what you eat. And I think it's fine to have it every once in a while, but you really want to limit it. Me, for example, I used to literally just wake up. There was this one cereal I liked. It was called Kellogg's Strawberry, whatever. It looked healthy because obviously there's like a strawberry, and your brain wants a strawberry, obviously, because it's healthy. But then once you look at the ingredients, they add a bunch of sugar, the processed carbs, and then that's not even that bad of a cereal compared to like, well, it is a bad cereal, but compared to like all these other foods like that kids want to eat, like, let me think of one. That marshmallow one, that's a ton of sugar. And just thinking about it, how these kids, they eat all these processed sugars, even in school, like school food. I remember they would give cereal, they would give like, I don't know. And then I also just look at like maple syrup. Even maple syrup isn't real at this point. Like, it just water, colors, and sugar. And that's what people are eating these days. And I think that's just gonna affect people in the long run. It's gonna affect the future generations. So it's really important to start eating good. Um, I think it's overlooked, and you could literally look in the back of a chips bag, or any snacks, anything in a grocery store. It'll probably say, yeah, seed oils, and seed oils are bad because they can cause like these inflammatory issues because of the omega 6, even though it says heart healthy and whatever. And they're even packaged in plastics, and you don't want plastics in your body. I saw this video and it talked about how like plastic is estrogenic and it lowers your testosterone. So especially if you're like a man wanting to build muscle, you want to avoid all these seed oils like packed in plastic. And then there's also high fructose corn syrup, or a bunch of sugar forms and artificial sweeteners. I mean, it could be fine in a limited amount, but people, they just take so much of it. And I think it's really important that we should prioritize our nutrition, because I mean, you could be eating so much sugar and all this stuff, and then you just get a crash, and then you have no motivation to do nothing. You don't want to study, you don't want to go to the gym. And yeah, so it's really important that we prioritize our health now. And let's see, let me think. um I think one habit, or one thing that helped me like really like start eating better, was just, you should look at research. I started looking at research of all these foods and what they do to you, and you just start to see all these bad stuff. And I don't know, especially if you're like an athlete or bodybuilder, you want to prioritize your performance in whatever you do. And when I started looking at all these things and how they affect your performance, the bad foods, all these stuff, or like even future health, like some foods could cause cancer, or like increase your risk, diabetes, and all these stuff. And yeah, so I recommend just start looking into nutrition, have a consciousness of what you put in your body, and start looking at labels. Like, you just look at the ingredients, look at the macros. And something I also learned was not all calories are the same. Let's say you could eat, let me think of something. Let's say Nutella versus avocados. They're both kind of, they have a lot of fats, but there's a difference. There's good fats and bad fats. Nutella is just a bunch of artificial, whatever, bad stuff with sugars, seed oils. But then on the other side, there's avocados, which are high in omega-3 fatty acids, which are anti-inflammatory. It helps with your brain health and all these things. So just think about how you should start adding better foods to your diet, reducing these bad foods, and you'll start to see a difference. And then it'll just become, let's say, I don't know, but as I start eating better and better over time, I just don't have like these huge cravings to want like pizza. I mean, depends on the type of pizza. Like, there's some good pizzas, but how do I put this? I really don't know how to put this. Well, this is my first video. If you guys enjoyed it, learned something, and subscribe, and I'll try to come up with more structured videos, because I really want to like teach about nutrition, but I don't know. Goodbye.